Hey guys, today we are back with a new type of video for you. This is a roundup of all of the most popular animations for the month. So if you want to get inspired for your next design or just check out what's on trend these days, you should definitely keep on watching. These are some of the most incredible designs. And if you would like to check any of them out, they're all listed down below for you with the links. As you're watching, definitely comment down below what your favorite design is. We really would love to hear from you. And also make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you found any of the designs cool, and subscribe so that you don't miss another video. I hope that you will find this really helpful in designing for your next project. Without further ado, let's get into the designs. We have a lovely mobile app for transferring money between people. Everything is super smooth, and I especially love this little slider animation that is presented as an alternative to typing in numbers. Next up is a super creative presentation of an animated hand holding a phone, and these shapes with a trendy pattern on them. I love this next animation that beautifully illustrates how the product works and gives the user a little glimpse into the back end using a 3D animation concept. I think this just works great in a landing page, and I like how they've incorporated this rich blue tone within the really minimalist black and white color palette. Just a quick note, guys, if you're enjoying the video so far, make sure to subscribe because we've got a lot of cool content coming out soon. Up next is this super cool layered dashboard animation. It gives us all of the important information such as calendars, weekly reports, and other things, and uses this nice animation where it feels like every element is being dropped onto the screen from above. This next mobile app is for a task manager platform. We get this really fast-paced animation presentation that could work super well for a presentation of the app or brand, and gives us the general idea of everything that the app does, including its responsive attributes when it goes from mobile and is stretched into a tablet view. There are a ton of subtle micro animations here, and this is overall a really well-designed app. I wanted to include something really unique and different this week, and this yellow and black website from the intro is it. This is a books and credit page that is just so awesome, and it really allows the designer to showcase their creativity and is definitely a piece of art in itself. Here we have an amazing showcase for a personal portfolio website. The design of the site is a really sleek black and white, which uses subtle lines and gradients to add a lot of depth, along with this rotational animation. The portfolio itself is the only part other than the menu that uses color, so it really pops against the black background and is highlighted by an animation on hover. Next up, we've got a really unique and wacky showcase for OCT that definitely has the effect of intriguing the user to learn more about what this website does. This is very much a maximalist website that has a hypnotic feeling to it. This car rental website has a really smooth scroll that slows down just a bit and stacks into each page, which is exactly how smooth their luxury cars would feel as you are driving them. This is a great way of connecting the branding to the product, as overall this is really luxurious modern feel and establishes this brand as trustworthy and professional. Another lovely logo animation. This one is for a brand called Tailwind, and we get this colorful squiggly line that really reflects movement of the wind, which is a really abstract thing to visualize. The font the designer chose also has a really effortless and round look to it, nothing too rigid while still feeling professional. Overall, this is really, really well done. This animated shot shows how a user can send money by simply using a QR code. The flow is simple and seamless and has a super clean UI and an engaging and simple loading animation that turns into a green checkmark to reinforce to the user that the transaction has been completed. This next app is for a super specific but important functionality, which is a request for an employee to take time off. This could be kind of a complicated process, but this app makes it super clear and easy for both the employee and the employer to keep track of when the time off will be, how many more available days there are, and if other employees are off at the same time. I love how specific and useful this application is, and the design is also super minimal and clean. Next, we have a landing page for an application that helps users to sleep more soundly, which in turn will lead them to have an improved productivity during the following day. This landing page uses a dark background, which reminds us of a night sky, and incorporates a gradient from the branding in various different ways, from the background to different illustrations to some of the font. Next up, we have a beautiful website for different recipes, which have these lovely colorful illustrations and a nice touch showing that the soup is steaming hot. I like how concise and simple the instructions are with no extra fluff, and it is easy for the user to see how long the recipe will take to cook, how many ingredients they will need, and how highly rated it is by other users who tried the recipe. This next website project is an elegant page to provide visitors with information about different art galleries and the exhibitions they hold. It is both functional and simple, but also very artistic, and uses an animation and colors that remind us of brush strokes across the screen, which is very appropriate for an art gallery. Overall, a very creative and interesting design. Here we have a landing page for an investment company. The dark background is contrasted by these bright pops of gold and a rich blue hue. And there are some subtle lines and gradients shading added to the background to add a bit of depth so it doesn't feel so flat. The stacking animations as we scroll down adds a nice touch and helps this landing page feel a little bit more dynamic. Next up, we have a crazy amount of details going on here in this maximalist more is more style animation. This is surely meant to keep the user engaged and wondering what the site is about, and almost has a hypnotic feeling to it with the rotating items, especially with that checkerboard pattern in the back of the skateboard. Here we have an app that can book anything that the user can think of using a Siri functionality and this beautiful neumorphic interface. It is very minimalist in the background, but allows for a pop of color for the most important things, such as faces of contacts or buttons, to really make sure that it catches the user's eye. This is a gorgeous brand design and website for a construction company. The website feels fresh, modern, and artistic, and could almost be for an interior design website with a close attention to the color palette and beautifully staged photography. This design is for an omni-channel platform that enables digital marketers to engage website visitors, increase conversions, and gain customer insights. The website is designed to be human-centric and has a focus on personalized onboarding and clear content and messaging. I especially love the logo animation and branding throughout the website. This amazingly detailed animation that classifies asteroids is my favorite. It uses a likeness of an astronaut to present each asteroid clearly with the name and this neat, super smooth swipe function. My favorite part is when the helmet zooms in to become the galaxy in the background of the asteroid. It's just an inspiringly creative design. That's it for this week, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let us know in the comments below what your favorite design was. We would love to hear from you. Make sure to click that notification button and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. We post every single Monday. That's it. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.